All right, y'all, this crazy dream is real crazy because this is like something that'll never happen. So I had a dream of Michael Myers, right? It was me and two other people. And I was so tired of running from this dude. Like, oh my goodness, why are we running from this dude? And like, I'm telling y'all this like I remember it like it was a movie. This is so crazy, right? So we all had on jumpsuits like Michael Myers. And I'm like, I'm tired of running from him. I had a knife. It was like a solid buck knife, like Rambo had. And then I had a garden rake, a handheld garden rake with the three spikes in it. And I looked down on this porch, and the door was cracked open, and I seen Michael Myers' mask. And I thought that was him, so I started throwing stuff at the door and went down there, and it wasn't him. Went on the porch, it was this man. He said, "Yo, yeah, yous are gonna be afraid when Michael comes." And then the one person looked at him, and then I said, "What? Who?" He said, "No, you." So he was talking to me. So I immediately was like, "No, I ain't going for this." So I like put my back on this wall and leaped over the banister, and I started running up into the grass to get up onto the street. It was a childhood street I grew up on, and then I was telling the other two dudes I was with, I was like, "Y'all, come on, man, I ain't scared of this dude." And then I was like, "Michael Myers," and I looked down the bottom of the hill, y'all. He was coming up, had his jumpsuit on, had the mask and everything they probably was scared of in the movie. That same fear was in me and them same two dudes. So like when you watching a movie and you like, oh, he ain't scary, but like this was really scary and the dude was real. And it was like death was chasing you. You know, how you gonna kill somebody that's already dead or is like the walking devil? So he started coming up the hill closer, and we all standing in the middle of the street like, man, I ain't scared of you. Come on, man, come on. So he get up closer, and then we thinking he gonna come all the way up to us so we could just bust him down. Cause there's three of us. He cut up through some lady's yard, and it was real dark outside. And my mind immediately was like, "Oh, this dude think he's slick. He gonna go cut up through the bushes, through her yard, cut up through the bushes, then cut between houses and try to jump out and get us." I don't think so. So it was a triaxle dump truck right beside me, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna jump on the top of this truck and we're gonna get him from up there. So he came up, crossed the street beside us, and then came down the sidewalk. And I'm like, oh no, we're gonna get him. So he turned around, and then the war was on. We was fighting him, y'all. And the crazy thing is, this dude wasn't bleeding. I stabbed him one time in the stomach, and then somebody said, "Don't cut his throat. Don't cut his throat." I slashed his throat like two times. I hit him with the garden rake. That didn't do nothing, and everybody else was hitting him. And somehow we ended up in this basement, and Michael Myers was in the basement. We was fighting him in the basement. Um, Somebody's basement. It was well lit. We could see him, and then there was a lady that was with him, and we was gonna get her too, but she backed up out the way and went up on another step. So down the steps, there was some steps to go up out of the basement, and then there was a doorway to the right of me. You go up some steps and you in a kitchen, and then you could get out. But there was two other people up there that must have been with Michael Myers. This lady, I don't know who this lady was, but after we was busting Michael Myers down for a minute, I guess he was coming up with a plan to get us because there was three of us. So he went up the steps, and he pacing around, and we going back and forth to where the lady was. They was guarding the steps, and I'm like, oh, here he come, here he come. His shoes, he was slick. He let his shoes come down and like he was walking, and we went to go stab the shoes, but we didn't because the shoes fell. And I'm like, he took his boots off. Okay, now what? We went over towards the lady, like, come on, come on, come on. And then all of a sudden, this machete was poking holes in the floor of the ceiling. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, duck down, y'all, duck down. And then this liquid was pouring down through the floor. And I said, oh my God, this man is slick. He pouring gasoline down here. He trying to get us up out of here. So I'm thinking, okay. I'm running back from door to the step. Which way we going out? And I was sticking my head up out, and he wasn't in there. Then I was listening to where he could be. to by the doorway. Then I just ran over there, ran up the steps real fast, and I woke up. It was pretty crazy. All right, I just thought I'd share that with y'all. Yeah, I really had that dream, y'all. It was scary.